Hi, everyone.
Oh god. And then shut up. She always attacks when I sneeze. Hey everyone, my name is Hexaberry. In today's video, I just want to go over Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown and what the future could be for it, what I want to see, and just things that I don't want to happen to the game. So let's get started. So starting off, I want to mention that we will be seeing some news every month up until launch, and we've just recently gotten information about the car dealers and workshops. And it's great that the car dealerships, they're coming back to what we know and love from Test Drive Unlimited 2. You can walk in, you can look at the cars, you can select the specific manufacturer colors that you want, and the factory wheels and everything. That's what I want in this game, and I'm so happy that we're getting that. The new workshops that we're getting is going to add on to the experience and let us customize our cars with paint and vinyl options, as well as equip some performance upgrades. And I didn't see anywhere in the newsletter that we would be getting any sort of visual customization, such as like wide body kits or spoilers or aftermarket wheels or whatnot. They didn't go over any of that really in the newsletter that we saw, but we might be getting more information in the future, so let's see what we get. That was actually basically just the summary of what all we got was the car dealers and the workshops in the newsletter. That's everything in the summary for that newsletter. And Nikon Connect, I don't know how you pronounce it, Nikon Connect is happening actually in 2 days. It's going to be on Thursday, March 9th. I'm not entirely sure what time it was going to be at. I'll have to double check on that in a little bit. But that's happening. They said we would be getting some information before that date. Now, I don't know if they're meaning the newsletter that we got. It was just in a Discord message from the new community member for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. He sent out a message to the Discord saying, "Hey, I'm new, blah, 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 blah. We'll be getting information before Nikon Connect on the 9th. Now, that might be the newsletter, or we might be getting something else. I don't know. But we also might be seeing something on the 9th, which could be anything right now. It could be a new trailer, could be gameplay maybe. The game was supposed to come out on September of 2022 last year, and they delayed it to 2023. They never really specified when it would be coming out in 2023, but I feel like if the game was delayed until then, they should have a little bit of gameplay to show us. If they have all the screenshots and everything that are in engine, I think they were in game. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't really look at the subtitles on the bottom, but if the game has been getting worked on for so long, they have to have at least a little bit of gameplay to show us. Now I just want to go into the future of what I want this game to look like. I want this game to have a great future, and since it's not an EA or a Playground Games title, I feel like we're going to have a good future for this game. I feel like they'll do a good amount of post-launch content, and I genuinely feel like, I don't quote me on this or anything, but I feel like we're gonna get a good launch for this game. I feel like it's gonna be full of content, but if not, then we're kind of doomed for racing games. Now that we don't know a whole lot about the gameplay and what is actually, the premise of the game, I'm hoping the gameplay isn't anything like festival wise, the Crew Motorfest or Forza Horizon. I don't want this game to go into that territory. I don't want another open world, always online multiplayer festival type gameplay loop. We already have that with the Crew, and we have that with Forza Horizon. I just don't want another game like that, and I'm pretty sure everyone else here that's watching doesn't want that as well. One thing I do hope that they build on is, if you haven't really taken a look at the Test Drive Unlimited website, is the fact that they have the Streets clan and the Smarts clan. And how they describe these clans is they say that the smarts are basically, oh, I'm, the squillium tentacles of the gameplay universe. I'm stuck up. I like the money. I like luxury. I like, all the fanciness and everything. And, that's probably the worst way I could have described that. I wasn't really looking at the website while I'm saying this, but the streets are going to be the opposite. They're the rule breakers. They're the show offs. The not squilliams of the game. And I hope they really build on that. I hope it's kind of like the faction system of the Crew 1. Now, the factions didn't really play a whole lot into it. It was just, you pick your faction. What was it? The wolves, the eagles, the snakes, and the birds or the owls or something. I don't remember. And you just picked one of those, and then you could do faction missions that helped, the faction get a certain amount of prize money or whatnot at the end of the month or whatever. Hopefully they kind of evolve on that aspect a little bit. Or it's just going to be some type of campaign thing, single player mission type thing. They did say there were like convoy missions and other different types of game modes like that. I'm just hoping that they build onto the clan aspect of it, the streets and the smarts. Another thing I don't want this game to have is a battle pass or a motor pass or a solar pass or whatever they call it. I don't want a type of gameplay loop that requires you to play to get an exclusive item or something and then is gone forever. I don't have to pay extra money out of my own wallet to get content in a game that should already be something that you can unlock, because the game is going to be $70 or $90 or $110, whatever editions they release with the game, turbo gold, extra gold, platinum gold, whatever gold edition, super limited collector's edition, whatnot. They're going to have different price points for the game. And no matter what, the price point, if they add a battle pass, it's going to be disappointing for a lot of people. I don't like the battle pass and the crew. It's stupid. And so I'm just hoping that Solar Crown doesn't follow along the trends of modern gaming right now. I don't want a battle pass. I definitely don't want zero content from the start, but I don't think they're gonna go that way because it's a different developer, it's a different publisher, and I just have high hopes for the game. Last time I had high hopes for a game was Need for Speed Unbound, and I should have already understood that it was an EA game, and it did not live up to my expectations after a while. I'll go over another video in a few days talking about what I expect to see from the March update, but today's video is about Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Something I want to see from the game that was very, very unique to Test Drive Unlimited 2 was having your own house. And in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, if you looked at the website, it goes over all the information about the solar hotel, and it's the main hub for all the turbo gamers that are there. It's where all the people live, and I don't want that. I want something to work for. I want, other than cars, I want something to work for, like a house or a condo or a mansion, something to where you have to be smart with your money. Because in Test Drive Unlimited 2, I remember being a kid and wanting to buy a certain car. Now, at the house that I owned at the time, I only had about, 4 or 5 garage slots, and I had 4 or 5 cars, and I had to sell one of those cars, or I could be smart, keep those cars, build up my money, buy a different house to unlock more garage space so I can have an extra house and I can have extra garage space. Or I can sell one of the cars that I like a whole lot, can be stupid and buy a different car and then end up not liking it and being, deeper and deeper into a money pit, and then also living in just one house. I want the luxuries of having multiple homes in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. And if we're just stuck with having a hotel as our little area, I get it. A hotel is a cool little hub spot, like the cruise HQs and everything. That's cool. You can walk around and whatnot. But I want our own little private area, our own little private car collection. And if we can't have that in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, it takes away from the rich racer luxury life simulator that I'm looking for. And then here's just a few other things that I want to talk about. I want to go over, in a different video, like a car list and stuff. But these are just features that I want them to bring over from the old game. And one feature, it's going to be stupid, but I want them to bring turn signals back. It's something that I never saw in a game until I touched Test Drive Unlimited 2. And I was 10 years old at the time playing, and I was like, whoa, turn signals, this is realistic. Like, I want that joy of just something so simple, but it makes the game feel so alive, is turn signals. It's whack, and I just want them to bring it back. Yo, that kind of rhymed. If they bring turn signals back, it's just going to bring a whole lot of life into the game. It will confuse all the BMW drivers and everything. And, it'll make, cruising around a lot more fun with your friends. Those are basically the features that I kind of wrote on my script right there. If you guys want to, if you guys want to see more features into the game, let me know in the comments. I will be going over the car list that I want to see. I want to be going over the physics that I want to be able to see sometime in a later video. And then I will also be talking about what I want to see from Need for Speed Unbound in a later video. But yeah, that's the end of this video. If you guys want to see some more content like this, hit the like button, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. Check the links in my description. That's about it. See ya. Outro, 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 outro. I think this will be my new outro. This new beat is pretty funky. I'm sorry, Slans. Please subscribe so I can buy a cooler car that is not boring. I'd appreciate it if you did that. Share with your friends. You won't fail the cringe test with Hexaberry's racing content. Subscribe.